I was outed by my grandmother when I was about 5 or 6. She caught me playing in her sewing closet, and I had made a fierce little hat and outfit for one of my dolls that I kept hidden there, and I guess she found it. And when I went over to her house and the doll was there and she was there, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. But you know what? She never said anything about the doll. All she said was, please don't cut up my material. Now my caftan is going to be incomplete. And she says, there are boys that play with dolls. There's nothing wrong with that. And I didn't think much of it because I played with dolls, but I also played with guns. I also played with trucks, played with everything. But I kind of like dolls. And she said, you can play with the doll, and that's fine, and you're just a special kind of boy. And she said, back in Cuba, we were part owners of a cabaret, and there were lots of boys like you. They were musicians and choreographers and entertainers and costume designers. She says, you're just going to grow up to be one of those little boys. And she never made me feel bad about it, but she did say, but let's not tell your mother, which I thought was real funny. So kind of like my grandma outed me at 6. There's my coming out story. I remember always feeling a little bit different. I did identify with the feminine side of me. I liked playing with girls, and I liked clothing and makeup, and I loved to watch my mom put on her makeup, so I guess I had some sort of like a feminine side that I was connected to, but I also liked playing with boys and roughhousing and wrestling around and just being a boy too, so I was, I guess, balanced. But I remember one day coming home from Catholic high school, I turned on the TV and there was the Phil Donahue show. And I guess that's, aging me a little bit, but before Oprah, there was Phil. And the show was on Men Who Love Men. And I was like, what? Wait a second. There's men who love men? I'm like, that makes sense. That's me. I'm like one of those men. I identified with that, and then that was that. I knew that I had to finish up with school, get out of Miami, and find these other guys like me that loved other guys. And so now I knew what I was. Knowing that, then it was the 70s, and I was like openly gay in Catholic high school. I guess it was safe for me to do that because it was a private school and nobody was going to attack me or beat me up because my parents were paying money for me to go there. And there was a table with all the artsy kids, with the black kids, with the Jewish kids, and with the gay kids. And it was kind of like, that table that all the schools have. But it was the beginning of gay rights, and gays were kind of like in vogue, and so I knew I was in that, to me, what was the cool table. I didn't know that that was the table of the misfits or the oddballs, because I always felt fabulous being at that table with other people that were like me. One day, I came home, and my mother, I get the flair for the dramatic from someone. She had to yank me in a room. Somebody has told me. And I say, stop. I know what you're going to say. You're going to ask me if I'm gay. So let me save you the trouble. I am gay, and I'm very comfortable being gay. And if there's a problem here, it's not my problem. I don't have a problem. You're the one that has a problem because you don't know how to deal with me being gay. And I thought, wow, her mother, my grandmother, had a better reaction to me being gay than my mother. And one of the things that my mother said to me was, well, you cannot tell your father. If your father finds out, you're going to give him a heart attack. Then what's going to happen to us? So I didn't come out. I was pushed back in the closet by somebody who wasn't supportive. When my father asked me years later, because I had to keep it in the secret, I was pushed back in the closet when I didn't even know about a closet. And my dad said, did you choose to be gay? why are you choosing to be gay? And I'm like, you know, Dad, I'm not choosing to be gay. I think this is just something that I feel. And he said, well, regardless, this is your choice and we respect it. And the family has to respect you. And you don't need to be in the closet anymore. Find the family within you. Be your mother, be your father, be your best friend. This is a new world. It's an amazing new world where you can go online and you can connect with organizations that are going to make you feel good about yourself. You don't have to do what I did. You don't need to go back in a closet. You know, and life outside the closet is amazing because you're true to who you are. My life in the closet, well, that would have not been a life. That would have been somebody else's life, but not mine. Be who you are. Be original. Be yourself. An original is always better than a copy. Nobody wants a knockoff. Everybody wants the real thing. You are the real thing. You are the real thing when you step out of that closet and you enter the world as a gay man or a lesbian woman or a transgendered youth. Go out into the world and be you. This is a new world. There's no need to live in shame or in fear. Forget the fear. As gay people, we give fear too much power. Too much power. Forget about fear. Be you. Do you. I did me. It turned out great. You know, ups and downs. I don't remember the downs because there were so many ups. Because once I became myself, people wanted to be friends with me just because I was gay. People gave me jobs because I was gay. I'm a business owner. I don't think of myself as a gay business owner. I'm gay. It's awesome. I would never want to change that.
Very interesting. This is stuff in my life.